What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Hope Shot. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I know we did. Definitely. We had such a packed weekend with the recovery walk, which we're going to get into. But yeah, if you guys just jumping on, say what's up. Let us know you're here. Also, hit that share button. And if we get Caesar to read that clarity statement.
Kelly's going to read it.
Maybe Kelly's going to read it.
As soon as Caesar pulls it up. All right. The Hope Shot Clarity Statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common: recovery as a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. It doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. Thank you for being a part of our family.
Thanks, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so let's see. We have Mr. Wayne Scott. She was at the walk. It was great to see him at the walk. And we have Mr. Rudolph. He's always at the walk. It's always good to see him and his beautiful soon-to-be wife. And we got Terry. What's up, Terry? From Kansas. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. He just wants you to play a piano. Can you just maybe get a little finger one or something just so you can play it? You know, ding, ding, ding. Is that thing? That's how that goes, right? Dun, 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 dun. What's up, Jamie? Good to see you. Oh man, yeah. So we're gonna talk a little bit about what's going on. You know, we're gonna title this "Unity in Community" because that's exactly what this weekend was about. It was about bringing people together in recovery. It was about bringing community together from all facets of this life. You know, it doesn't take just the recovery community to help overcome these obstacles of addiction and substance misuse, but it takes every person, you know, every level, as we like to call them, every level of this thing needs to happen. Whether it's treatment, the recovery community, the prevention side, you name it, all the courts, the drug courts, the county commissioner. We're just throwing in some stew, man. We're gonna twirl that thing around, man, see what's cooking. But it takes everyone, you know, and that's what it was about this weekend at the recovery walk. It was really good. This is one of the good ones, man. This is one of the best ones with the recovery countdown, the speakers, the friendships, the huggings, just the love. You could feel it in the air. The energy there was really on point. You know, it was the vibe was awesome. So, but yeah, I'm gonna let other people talk about this while I go do some things. But Nate, how was it for you, man? What'd you see? Huh?
Yeah, I know I left there feeling like I'm a part of something, you know, that's way bigger than me. And you said it well because, you know, I know for a lot of years I got so, you know, tied up in my specific arena that I got sober in, which was great. You know, it taught me this fellowship that I'm involved in still and was in the beginning. It taught me how to be a part of, how to be a friend, how to be a son, a brother, a boyfriend. You know, it taught me all these things, and you know, and it's cool to see how when every single one of those fellowships are together. And there's something really special in our community when it comes to that, you know, and not only that, but then you have the business, you know, the business aspect of it, all the business owners, and you have the politicians, the sheriff's department, all aspects and all types of different arenas, you know, coming together for a greater cause. You know, I always say there's such power in the collective, and when you have a bunch of like-minded people together, all for a single purpose, which is, to get the message across that recovery is possible. It's something magical happens. And, it was like really tangible, on Saturday, and, I mean, we had a gentleman there who, just lost his wife, and he was laughing and smiling, and he had to go to a celebration of life for her later on that afternoon, and he was surrounded by people that just love on him, and he was in good spirits, and, yeah, there was commissioners there, and the sheriff department, and they're smiling and they're engaged and they want to talk to us and they're curious about how we did it. I seen a guy that was fresh out of prison talking to a county commissioner, and the county commissioner offering him help, giving him his card and saying, "What do you do for work? Let me see if I can call me, and I will get you involved in a program that will help you get a career." Like this shit is not, by mistake. This is exactly why we do what we do, to bring everybody to the table and to put them in front of, just everyday common folk that are just dying to be a part of, right? And that was all I ever wanted. I isolated for so many years. I was so afraid to be a part of. And, as soon as I got a taste of what true fellowship and true community meant, I just I don't know if I could ever go back. It's it's something really cool to be a part of, and not out of like not even ego, or I wasn't there. I went into that day, to that event, with how can I be of service, and I believe that I don't believe, I know that everyone in our organization, and I believe that everybody else there, went there trying to get a message across, and trying to open up their doors and open up their hearts and their spirits and their minds to accept anybody that came in front of them and tell them that you are welcome here, And I don't know about you guys, but I wasn't welcome at many places for a lot of years, and just to be like welcomed and embraced and loved, despite how I felt about myself, despite if I thought I was worthy of it. And it's the least I can do to give that back to somebody. And yeah, and I seen people's, like, after that recovery countdown, I saw somebody's perspective just completely get shifted, and to see people light up, people that have no idea what recovery is, what that really means, what it looks like, or how we live on a day-to-day basis, could feel the energy and the connection in that space and in that moment. And what a gift, what a gift we're able to be a part of. And yeah, and it just reminds me on a daily basis, like, to, why I do what I do, and how blessed I am to be able to, have a career where it completely aligns with my soul, my spirit, and my purpose. And yeah, I was just blown away, and no bad vibes, just good energy, a lot of people all there for the same reason. And how about Tommy getting up there? This guy was, oh my God, not that long ago, man, he was out for the count. Nobody even knew if he would, live. He overdosed so many times on the streets, and he gets up there in a shirt and a tie, and gives a message of hope, and is sponsoring other men now, and all because somebody didn't give up on him, all because someone opened up their arms and said, "Here, look how I did it," and that's what I saw at that event, just a bunch of non-judgment, acceptance, love, tolerance, patience for anybody that was willing to come, in their path to talk about, how they got there, or how they might get there, yeah, what a really magical experience. I'm so grateful to be a part of.
Yeah, it was a great experience, man. And like you said, the Tommy, man, he blows me away, bro. Just it just, this is what it's about. It's not just like, yeah, we do work out in this field, right? And we help people and da da da. But man, do you understand what these people are doing for us? It is tenfold what we'd ever do for them. I'm telling you right now, man, just seeing it, man, just makes me go harder. It's just like, I gotta go harder, and man, it's beautiful, man. And to see the light comes on in somebody else's eyes is a magical thing. And I know, in this recovery deal, we see it multiple times, but it's a different effect, man. It's like we're not held down by certain things, and that's what's beautiful about it. I'm gonna read a few of these comments real quick. We got
We just said 11:11.
Oh, they update. Are you talking about the time or the live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like, wait, what? Let me get show. It was an awesome week. It was awesome this weekend to see everyone. We got Lindsay said, I cried most of the day. Happy tears. So grateful. That's right. Oh, did you fix yours, by the way? No, you didn't.
I updated it and it's still not working.
Oh my God. I need to come over.
Justin saying, don't worry, I'll come by and fix it. Hold on.
Yeah. Justin's our own personal geek squad.
Yeah.
I updated the operating.
I'm exactly like the Geek Squad, and it takes 3 to 4 weeks to comply. Aaron, what's up, man? Good to see you. We got Rudolph says, no kidding. Awesome to meet and speak with Jack Mariano. There, he was not kidding when he said they were working on providing us opportunities. The Newport Richie Police Department, Lyft, Baycare. This town is a recovery town, and I'm so incredibly thankful and thrilled for it all of it. Yeah, me too. And it was cool. It is cool when we can sit here and we can cut it up with the, with the officers and the sheriffs when we used to be afraid, but not anymore. Not anymore. Now we're working together, which is cool. Helen, what's up, Helen? Good to see you this weekend. It was so good to see you.
We love you.
Can't do the heart thing though.
I'm trying. I'll do it.
I can't even do. I don't know why.
It's so hard to do that.
I don't know why I'm so weird when I try to create a heart.
I am too. I feel super funny doing it.
Katie says the love and energy there was so amazing. Such a beautiful day. We have Tanya says, hey, beautiful people. Sounds like an amazing event. Way to go. Yes. And if anybody wants to come down next year, let me know. We had Sober Now down here, like she comes every year now, so it's always a great time. That's a beautiful story, and I was once selling everything, including myself, and I'm getting ready to graduate with my degree. Congratulations to you.
Congrats.
Beautiful. Let's see, we got Connie. What's up, Connie? I had such a good time. My family loved the countdown. Seen so many recovery friends. Love you guys. Love you too, Connie. Good to see you this weekend. Tim, we're seeing a lot more of each other, bro. And I'm kind of liking it. I'm just saying, I'm going to miss you for 8 days, though. My heart was full when I left the event. So good. And we got Chris. Someone please. Sorry. Boop. Sorry about that. Give me the angry dolphin.
I'm sorry, buddy, but we wish you well.
Yeah, and we got Big Steve. What up, Big Steve?
What up, Steve? Love you, brother.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Oh, hold on.
No.
Wow.
So bad.
Rub it in, Steve. Rub it in.
I had to put the shirt on before the game, and I'm not going to take it off. So
represent, bro.
Cool vintage shirt too.
I can't remember who Steve is all of a sudden. Who is it?
Steve who?
Is that the guy that spells my name wrong every time? Yeah.
Sizer.
Yo, what'd you guys think of this weekend?
All right, so can I tell a little story for those of you that don't know? Whew. So that committee that started that walk started in 2015 with like 4 or 5 people sitting around a table trying to figure out how we could mobilize.
Me, you, Tony.
Yeah, Tony, Monica, maybe
Bonnie.
And Bonnie. 5 people sitting at Starbucks and trying to figure out how we would plan the county's first National Recovery Month event. We worked in prevention. I still work in prevention. It's still the same organization. And we figured out how to do it the first year. It was a smaller event. It was at Newport Richey Public Library. We had, I'm just going to be honest, we had some backlash from the recovery community. Like, hey, you can't have speakers speak out in public. It's an anonymous fellowship. I mean, just to say that it's come a long way is an understatement.
We had Little Caesar's pizza.
We had Little Caesar's pizza. I mean, it was just, it was powerful. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it was an amazing event. People came, people celebrated. I mean, that's still one of my favorite days, but I mean, all these years later, and then Eve, when she started chairing the committee after I stopped chairing the committee and turned it into a walk, and even in 4 years, what that walk has turned into. It's amazing to see some of our decision makers, and we won't name names, that didn't even want Narcan to be distributed in the community. They wanted nothing to do with any of it. To see them totally do a 180 and be out there with us and feeling that palpable, tangible energy, and getting the texts that I got after saying that that was one of the most powerful things that this person had witnessed in their time being a commissioner. I'm being very careful with how I use my words there. But just, you know, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but just to say that that was one of the most powerful things that he has witnessed in his time as a commissioner, a long time commissioner. Never did I thought, I mean, there's always, I've been in this for almost 10 years. I've been in this job for almost 10 years. And just when I think that I've seen it all, I see more. And to see the strides that we're making at bringing people together, it's freaking amazing. Yesterday was a day that I needed to reinvigorate my passion for what I do, because, you know, we have our good days, we have our bad days, we have our seasons. I get tired sometimes, see people dying, I get, you know, worn out. But the days like yesterday and yesterday's event, I really think that was probably the best one that we've had. And yeah, the energy was palpable. It was really good. It was a really good day for me. I don't know if you have anything else to say than that, Caesar.
Oh, I
plenty of to say.
I always have something to say. No, I reminisce like going back into early days of sobriety, and even before, you know, when I was trying to get this thing and I didn't. And I was fearful of anybody that worked for the government, anybody in a uniform. And it's just absolutely incredible what this journey has turned into. I mean, Justin touched on it, like taking pictures with the police department and the sheriffs and all of that, and laughing with them. And to see, like, from where Kelly and I started in this thing to getting almost no response. Yet the recovery community showed up, but that's all that showed up.
Exactly.
And very few did because of the anonymous factor. There was nobody speaking out loud about recovery. And just year after year to see this thing get bigger and bigger, and see the personal relationships that everybody on this screen, including Kelly, that we've made with decision makers in this community. And year after year, more of them come to the table. And that's only because of what we are doing, you know, how we're living, the example of recovery that we're putting out there, that people are willing to attach their names to us. I was not worth, you know, like, who would want to attach their name to me 11 years ago? Absolutely nobody. But you know, I did a post talking about seeing hundreds of miracles in one day, and I wasn't in church and it wasn't a Sunday, but that's the truth. Like seeing Tommy up there, that's a miracle. Seeing Jeremy with a smile on his face, just taking it all in one of the hardest times of his life. That event took him out of that and gave him gratitude. and people that I've only seen online on this show that I got to see in person for the first time and give them a hug. You know, I mean, little wins like our friend Amber doing the walk and making it around. You know, she's had a weight loss journey in her recovery.
200 pounds, could never do it before that.
She lost 200 pounds and she made it all the way around the lake and did the whole walk. And I was just, and she was so proud and I was so proud of her. Like it's all the feels. I don't even know any other way to put it, you know, like just sitting back and looking at that and looking at where we came from. It blows my mind, the life we have today.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind, the impact that we have on our community today. I didn't think I have anything to offer anyone. And today we really are offering hope and we're changing things. People call us on a daily basis because they know somebody who needs help and they know they can come to us and trust us with those situations, trust us to be discreet and send these people to the right place and do right by them. That means we have integrity and people see this integrity and, you know, it means we're on the right path. And I don't know, man, it's literally, it gives me goosebumps. I was talking to Rachel about all the stuff that was going on and we both like stopped for a second and looked down and I was like, I literally have goosebumps right now because God's plan's always so much better than mine. Like I couldn't have fathomed something like this.
When Jack got up on that stage and told everybody that he was working at the county level to change some of the hiring processes so that people can get jobs, I was like,
at a county level, to be able to get people jobs with benefits, you know, like because of how powerful that environment was, it changes minds and it makes people want to jump in and help. Awesome.
Yeah.
Remember the first year that was going down, all the ruckus? Remember all the ruckus?
The walk, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember all that damn ruckus?
Remember why we planned it? It so that we could be very visible? And I mean, that was only 4 years ago.
Because I'm petty.
Oh, yeah? You don't like us?
Turn it into a good situation and show people the true side of recovery, the good side. People see the revolving door and the bad side, and you know, they see the bad side too much. We want to show them the positive side, and you know what? We have done that. I mean, you know, it's been many years, but 4 years since the event turned into a walk, and we have freaking showed people that positive side, that palpable side.
For me, the negativity. Is very localized to that area. So what better place to show the true, you know, picture of recovery than right where the misconceptions were coming from.
And now we live right in that little center too.
Yeah, now we live.
And now there's a center inside that center.
There is. And that center is changing lives too.
It's funny, you know. It's beautiful, you know. It's just the thing, you know. It's funny when you can't see that far in front of you, you know. When all that stuff was going down, and we're like, how do we go? How do we do this? How do we do that? And to you know, just to block out the negativity in a positive light, you know, and doing that stuff. That's how recovery shows up. I mean, you ain't got to do nothing but show up for your own recovery, and that will push the naysayers away. That will stop the negativity. Eventually, they'll go to the wayside, you know. And it turned into, here we are after this weekend, reminiscent. You know,
I'm a firm believer in actions speak louder than words. People can say whatever they want to say, and I don't have to go get up on a podium to defend myself. But what I do have to do is continue to be steady and continue to do the next right thing and continue to try to be better each and every day. And all of a sudden, those people's voices get real small and we keep getting stronger. And it's just, I've had to deal with other things in sobriety where I lived by that and it worked out fine. In this particular situation, this particular situation, everything worked out fine too. You know, we continue growing. because our intentions are good, because what our mission is something that is good and is right. And we're sending out ripples of hope and watching people heal, and like seeing that countdown from 30 something years.
50.
We didn't get a 50.
Well, yeah, but still.
We lost Ed, but we didn't have a 50.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our old timer rock star we lost last year. So Ed wasn't up there. But I mean, we had from the 30s to 40s range all the way down to one day, you know, and it was just the energy with Shannon up there.
And
just
naturally keep coming back. That started naturally and organically. That was not a part of that countdown. And that was amazing.
Do you know that? You know where that came from, right?
I know where it came from.
You know where it came from, right?
I just know that it started naturally.
It came from
my fellowship. That's what we do. That countdown is the most powerful thing at the convention. And that's why I was like, man, we got to do this, because I just got back from the convention when it was in July. And I was like, bro, we got to do a countdown, because I was all hyped up. And I was like, woo! No. But the key coming back is for the people 30 days and less. And it is such a powerful thing. It is so moving. It is like, I'm telling you right now, you come back like high. Okay.
It was beautiful when it started.
It's so cool.
It was awesome. Shannon did a great job up there too.
Oh yeah. I'm so glad she did it.
Yeah, that first time she told me first time she ever had a microphone in her hand. Natural, like holy crap, she just got up there and rocked it.
Dude, she was shaking afterwards. She was like, I can't believe I just did that.
I know.
God did that.
We all shake.
Can I show this real quick? I just want to say, Chris knew me in early recovery, very early, like first couple of weeks, and she lived in Brooksville for a while and came back here, and this was her reintroduction into our community. So impressed. Honestly, I've never seen anything so refreshing and felt amazing energy everywhere. I love that. I love that when people step foot into our community, that's what they see.
Oh yeah. And then Tim's son, it was his birthday on that day, and he got to do the last bit of the countdown, which was really cute.
So cute.
Yeah,
that was cute.
Yeah. And events like that, you know, it really is. You know, I wish we need more. You know, we need more for the to have that wellness. You know, that's like the wellness of the community, instead of like, because just it's fueled by alcohol. Every community, you know, every community event is fueled by alcohol, and having something that's more powerful than that, you know, in there, we need more of it. You know, I wish we could, but it takes a lot of planning. So you never know. Never know though. Like the mocktail walk.
Listen, you just took the words out of my mouth. I wanted to share about that experience.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Just about the meetup, right? Like somebody took a chance on backing us, and on one of the busiest alcohol nights in downtown Newport Richey, decided to throw a sober mocktail meetup and filled her bar with sober people and had an amazing night. So it was that's another one of the coolest things.
While they had another event, right?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. So one of the busiest nights down there used to be called the Wine Walk. I don't know what it's called now.
No, it's I want my MTV or something. I forget what it's.
No, it's they have a theme, but it's Taste of Newport Richey. But it used to be a wine crawl where they went from bar to bar to bar to bar. It is now a Taste of Newport Richey where you can go get food and stuff, but it's still a heavy drinking night. And Dang Good on Main chose to do a mocktail meetup that night and serve no alcohol on a night that, you know, she did a post where she's like, I was told ahead of time alcohol would be my biggest seller in here. Well, it looks like everyone was wrong. My mocktails sell stronger than anything else on the menu. And that's just another one that she's supported us, supports the Always Center. And when you buy into this recovery community, in turn, they buy into you because we support the crap out of her, because she's done something so amazing and it makes you feel so a part of in there. And you can have a fancy drink in your, in your glass in hand and with sparkles and all that stuff. And guess what? You don't have to even worry about it because you've got somebody behind the bar that 100% supports people in recovery and will make sure that you have an alcohol-free experience. And I thought that was just incredible for her to care that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been a supporter of the Hope Shot. She's been a supporter of the Always Center since day one.
Wayne just saw a guy wearing an Always Center shirt walking out of Walmart. I love that.
Boom.
Boom.
Hey.
And it probably says Always Center, not this. He probably didn't see it if it was over here in this little corner over here.
You know what?
All sad.
Yeah.
Me too.
But I saw last year's, not this, I saw a guy going down the street on a skateboard when I was dropping him off, and he had last year's Recovery Walk shirt on.
We used to have ones that say, "I am not my disease." It was our very first ones for that very first the very first recovery event. And I saw those for years. I loved it. Those ones
Dallas was still wearing his as he's like all the way across the country. And
people are like, "Hey, how do I get one of those shirts?" It's awesome.
Yeah. No, I hope I see him everywhere. That's when we know. You know when you know. You know.
Well, what's funny is I think after about a year, a lot of people donate them to whatever, and you'll always see the guys in the recovery houses wearing them, and I'm like, yes. I mean, who better to have them on? Right. If they're going to get a reuse, man, put on that Recovery Walk shirt.
Yeah, it's like the old Hope Shot ones we did. The ones that had the cross. We donated those.
Gave out to people, and then we were giving them out. The homeless dude came up. We were like, heck yeah, buddy, here's a shirt.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah. So, all right. So unity in the community. Nate, say something.
Nate, say something, Nate.
Say something.
Listening.
I thought he did say something.
Say more. We want to hear more, Nate.
Yeah, just I was just here and thinking about unity in the community. I think Caesar, you touched on it too, Justin, though, but before I came into this deal, the cops were the enemy. The politicians were against me. They were making laws that were making sure I went back to prison. The jails, all they wanted to do was lock me up. The judge, all she wanted to do was send me to prison. And it's funny, the perception that we have when we're still actively using. And for me, that's probably one of the most surreal things I've experienced in this deal is that shift, and being able to, especially working in this field now and seeing, the very people that were, the enemy are now like my greatest allies, and you see how invested this entire community is in just trying to help people. It's pretty magical. And I got a taste of it in when I was in Ocala. And I don't know if Steve's still on here, but Steve has been doing these events forever. And now, the mayor of Ocala is actually in recovery. It really goes to show, that anything is truly possible in this deal. If we can, I come into this deal with, so many self-limiting beliefs, and ideas, and I don't know what being a part of a community truly is. Not only that, but I am afraid to be that transparent or vulnerable or open to let anybody get too close, let alone a group or a community at all. Yeah, there's Steve right there, man. Yeah, Steve's a pioneer, man. He's I remember when we went up to that event, guys, not a few years ago. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's
recovery on the square.
Yeah, it's such a,
it's awesome. I got to speak.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just like
That was when you guys were scared to speak in public, remember?
yes. It's just, but it's really cool when you see the power of, a community coming together. But and to understand, like I went to that event, but I didn't really understand what on behind it, or to get, and now to be a part of it, and to, like Caesar said, understand, like, because there's a lot of planning, there's a lot of stuff that goes into these deals. And it's funny because on Friday, everybody well, not everybody, but maybe it was Thursday, but everybody's panicking because the food truck canceled. And I was like, oh, and it was either the food truck or the Boy Scouts were making hot dogs. And all I said was, them Boy Scouts better buy some extra hot dogs, And then you get to the event, and you know that it doesn't even matter. It didn't even matter what food was there, that there's face painting or what all the minutia, right? All that mattered was the collective, and how many people were there with the same singular purpose, to be a part of, and to be heard, and to be accepted. It's a true personification and a testament to what this recovery deal is. Because and if you're not feeling that in your fellowship, or in your tribe, or around your group of people that you're connected with, then I suggest you go venture out, man, and find some new peeps, man. Because the friendships and the sense of community I'm able to experience, not only in my fellowship, but outside of it, and where I work, and that stuff is priceless. It is that very community and that very connection why I am here today. I had no idea what recovery was, what God was, what spirituality was. It was the fellowship. It was the community that I attached myself to, that I plugged into, that I was just so desperate enough to open up to, because I had no idea and no options left, and it was that community, those people, that got me to where I am at today, and continue to challenge me, to, hold me accountable, to, support me, to lift me up when I'm struggling. It's just, if you're missing out on that aspect, not just at this event, but in recovery in general, I strongly suggest that, you move around and find you some new peeps, man, because I don't know what I would do without you guys. It's you guys, this community I'm a part of, these friendships that I have. It was in my gratitude, in my inventory last night. It's really priceless, the connections that we're able to have today. And especially for somebody that was so utterly and desperately alone for so many years, and didn't think I was worthy of friendship or connection. And, to have it in abundance today, it's something I do not take for granted, and that I honor and value, and that I work on a daily basis to get, to give back what was given to me, and make others that are just new in this deal, feel that love and feel that acceptance. Yeah, it's a really cool deal we're a part of here, guys.
And just quickly to get involved with your community. Ask your decision makers and your, the people that we may have been afraid of, how you can help. They need our help too. I mean, it goes both ways, right? Like, they're out there supporting us. We can do so much for our community. Ask them where we can get involved. I just needed to plug that too. I know Caesar wants to talk about art because he's a big part of that early on.
So Art Rowan is, when I met him, he was Sergeant Art Rowan. Mm-hmm. And he was one of the first law enforcement people that I ever hung out with when I was fairly new in recovery. And he has been on the board of AHC for many years.
He was one of the very first. He's never not been on the board since ASAP was in existence before AHC. He was an original board member.
But, you know, I get to hear him talk every once in a while about how we changed his perception. You know, he was all law and order and black and white. And then he started going to a church that had a bunch of recovery people, and little by little, he saw what we had to offer and really bought into this recovery deal and supported us so much over the years. It's just one of those things. I remember when we got the new house and he brought the squad car over. Yeah. He brought the squad car over and gave the girls a ride and turned the lights on and stuff. And I thought that was the coolest thing. I was like, I was telling him, I was like, you got to understand, a police cruiser in front of my house has never been a cool thing. It has never been awesome before.
I'm sure our new neighbors thought that something was going down. He was pulled up with my dad came up at one point. He's like, why is there a cop outside? I'm like, oh, that's art.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was like just the coolest thing in the world that this sergeant wanted to hang out with us and come to our game nights and hang out with people in recovery. But you know, that's the deal is, man, when we really live this thing, we change people's perception. You know, they go around and they only know what they know. And those are liars, cheats, thieves. Yeah, we were liars, cheats, and thieves. That's exactly what I was. But that's not what I am now. Mm-hmm. And when they get to see the power of this thing, they see the power of change happening, and they see the people that were panhandling or stealing and lying being productive members of society and giving back to the community, they want to be a part of that. And everybody knows somebody that's struggling. In this day and age, you know somebody who has been touched by addiction in one form or another.
And I think for so long too, people were anonymous for so long. Not saying that there's still not a good thing about that anonymous, but people are living out loud now. I don't know that anybody ever recognized how many people around them were in recovery. You know, how could they? And all of a sudden we're coming out. I mean, look at how many people are living openly in Sims Park yesterday. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing.
They need us just as much as we need them, right? Mm-hmm. Because I tell you right now, if you did your job every single day and there was no happy endings, that sounded really weird, but whatever. That sounded pretty weird, if there is no happy endings, like, you know, there has to be some sort of purpose. There has to be some sort of joy of a good story that's coming out of the work you do. We do work for money, but if that's the only thing we're doing it for, then it really just gets mundane. Sorry, Caesar. But what it does is it feeds them to keep going, because if you help people all the time, if you get paid for this helping people thing, right? But if you're just helping people and you never see any positive outcomes from it, what is the point? And you get burnt out. It's called compassion fatigue, you know, and then you start becoming bitter, and then it turns into a shit show. And I think that's where a lot of them get into. They get in that rut, you know, and it took they have where they are, you know, the anonymous thing. Nobody sees that good side of it, you know. It's the attraction, not promotion. It's this, that, and the other thing. Well, nobody sees the outcomes, you know, the good outcomes that most of the time all nonprofits need in order for things to go work. But the outcomes is what they need to see. Is they need to see what happens after the facts. You know, there might be a seed planted that they'll never see, or they might see 10 years from now because of what was planted, you know, a while ago. But they need to see those outcomes, and that's why I say that we have to do this.
One of the reasons why we started doing the banners years ago for First Responder Appreciation Day was because a lot of our first responders, our nurses, our firefighters, our paramedics only saw the revolving door and the bad side of addiction. So we had those banners. We did them again this year, and this time we brought them to the walk, and they're going to the hospitals, the fire stations, the police departments, and they say, thank you for saving our lives. And that's why we had those banners out there at that ASAP table, so that everybody could sign it and that we could take it to them us, the powerful living examples of the good side of recovery can take. I mean, we've done that. The very first year we did that, I mean, I remember a nurse sobbing, bawling her eyes out, saying, I never see this. I never see this. Like, it was the very first time she had seen someone in recovery, past the revolving door of addiction, coming in and out of the hospital.
Remember the firefighters? So,
Yeah.
I told like a little piece of my story when we gave the one to the fire station. And the guy pulled me aside and he was like, we get so exhausted going out to the same place, 3 times a week to Narcan, the same people. And I shared about all the times I'd been Narcan, and I was there and I was in recovery, I think 5 or 6 years at that time, and we gave that banner. I shared my story a little bit. And the guy was like, man, you don't know how bad these guys need to see this, because we never get to see the good side. And it is, Justin, it's compassion fatigue. They're exhausted. All they see is the bad side. They don't get to experience the wins. They don't get to experience the guy that they Narcan for the 56th time, walking back up to him and go, hey, by the way, man, thank you. Because here I am, and I'm out of that hole.
And you know what? We have somebody, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you're out there and you're working in the field, if you're in the medical field, or if you're in any field and you have compassion fatigue, our nurse that works at the Always Center, Missy, is trained to do clinical compassion fatigue training. So if your organization needs it, reach out to us. We can help with that too, because she's great at that.
Shout out to Missy just for being awesome.
Yes. We need to get her. We need to get her on here one Sunday.
She come. She'll come.
I mean, like,
on the shot.
Yes.
On the screen.
Yeah.
On screen.
Sometimes Missy, I'll just say this, and Missy, she might be popping in here. Sometimes she feels like she might not belong because she's not technically in recovery.
Whatever, bro. She has all the symptoms.
Right. But she does. She knows that. I drag her to. I drag her to. I'm saying, not necessarily substance systems, but she's got the isms.
She got the isms, bro.
She fits right in.
Fits right in perfect.
Katie, Justin. I love you. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna put it up there. We all love Missy.
She says, she sent the whole Baycare after her, because she says, I sent all Baycare to go get her. And then it's Missy, but Missy is.
Here, I put this up here earlier, but Wayne, who comments on here all the time, is, retired NYPD, and he met me and we formed a relationship, and then he met you guys. Well, he met Justin, and then he met Nate, and found out what we were all about and what our paths look like. And he's another one. He's like, I never would have imagined a life where I hang out. He's one of my best friends on earth now. Yeah. I mean, I love Wayne, but
we don't trust many people with our kids, and we trust Wayne
my kids go hang out with Wayne.
Yeah. So, Uncle Wayne. Now he's Uncle Wayne. We do not trust many people.
He is Theo Waynaldo.
Theo
Waynaldo. Here, and I just want to shout out this one too.
Yes.
Solution, Aaron.
If anybody doesn't know, this is one of our newest hires, and I just wanted how I've seen Aaron grow in the last couple months, coming into this deal and not really not knowing what he was getting into, how he shows up for these guys today.
It's one of the hardest workers there is.
It is inspiring.
Let me just say, and if he doesn't know what the answer is, he's not afraid to walk into the AHC office and ask Missy or I to help. He will go to the ends of the earth to help somebody. He is a good, solid dude. And he's looking for it. Literally, his solution, Aaron, is looking for the solution, and he won't stop until he gets it typically.
Yeah.
That goldfish ain't going to stop until
he gets his goldfish.
Yeah, I told him he could have his fish.
Yay! You got the okay. Aaron, do not buy that fish. It is on me. I am buying you a fish. So we're gonna go get a fish together.
Hey, on the way
he
to
wants a piranha though.
On the way to we found that there's a recovery or emotional support fish. He was gonna make his argument like that.
Yeah.
He totally.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's going to get it trained. He's going to have emotional support fish certificate.
That fish is on me. I don't know about a super crazy aquarium setup, but that fish is on me, Aaron.
I mean, listen, water is tranquil
Yeah,
and peaceful. The
yeah.
sound of the filter and the water drizzling.
Y'all won't even need that fountain that I got you. You can put it in the meditation room.
Is it? Am I correct in saying is it Fred fish?
Fred?
No, it's Bill and Bob.
Bill and Bob.
Oh, now there's two.
Oh, there's gonna be two.
There's
Yeah,
two.
yeah. You can't go without one. It's going to get freaking lonely.
I see. Justin
connection.
totally crossed the other side. The other day, he was like, "Now it's a matter of."
Listen, I gotta play hardball with people, dude. Okay, it's just the way it is. Okay, like you got to. You have to play hardball. I got to.
Emotional support cat.
Oh, that's not fucking happening. That's not fucking happening. I'm sorry. Nope.
She's been trying to get me to have a work cat at my office. I said the same thing. I was like,
nope, I'm not a cat person at all.
I'm a cat person, but I can't be responsible for animals.
What's gonna live? You know?
It's not because of Justin. It's because Aaron's allergic. That's the reason why I'm backing down. Aaron said he's allergic, so I'm stopping.
I wouldn't come to work if you brought a cat in.
Ooh, right.
I would. I'd be out. I ain't doing it. You pay me
So
from
now
home.
we know.
I got an office right here.
If we want to have meetings without Justin, we bring cats.
I got my pickles.
Yep. I'll be at my office at home.
No, I think hold on. I've seen some other I saw this from Steve first that I really like.
Yeah, I do too.
This one?
Yep.
Because the reason, here's the thing. All of us on this screen, Steve included, we've been doing service. We've been showing up. And how do you gain integrity? How do you gain it? It's not about how you speak at meetings or how many people you sponsor or how, it's a matter of how you show up on a daily basis when no one is looking, and you think that nobody sees you, but you're seen, and like Caesar touched on it, that consistency and being steady and always showing up when called upon, and always bringing a solution instead of adding more chaos to the situation. I think these are just imagine, I say it all the time, but it's super relevant in this conversation right now, is that there are billions of people on this earth. And I would like, wager that, 75 to 80% of them will go to their deathbed asking, why was I here? What was my purpose? And wretches like us, outcasts, have this beautiful purpose to share with others. We've been gifted with clear-cut directions to go help other people, not just alcoholics, not just addicts, just be of service. And to know what your purpose is and to get to live it on a daily basis is one of the greatest gifts. And it is evident, the people that walk the walk. Is that it? Walk the walk? Yeah. Talk. Yeah. They don't just talk. We show up in a way that, outside of Hope Shot, in Hope Shot, at the Always Center, before this stuff even came to fruition, after, if God forbid it's not here we will still continue to show up, with a heart full of service and for our fellows. And that's what this deal is all about, with humility too, not because it's going to get us accolades or make us look good, just because that's who we are. That is our purpose. That is our God-given purpose today, is to be of service to others. And, just to have that when I was so aimless, I had no direction and I didn't know what I was supposed to be here for, and to have that, that little nugget of knowledge, for it to be a part of who I am today is a gift. There she is.
There's our fourth square.
There she is.
We're just buttering you up, talking about how we need to get you on here and how you're one of us, and you weren't on.
Yeah.
Womp.
Yeah, we need a fourth square right over here in this little section over here.
Next Sunday, Misty, you're up. You're on. I'll be on if you're on. Well, I'll be on.
So
I have somebody next Sunday.
Oh, well, in 2 weeks. That's okay.
She can come on still.
So
I have 5. We'll have 5.
But Nate, exactly what you said and exactly what Steve said. That's what I mean by actions speak louder than words. If we weren't living right, none of this works. It doesn't matter what we say. Like the word, I've said a lot of stuff in my life. I didn't back up any of it, until I actually got into recovery and started doing the deal. Our actions in the rooms, out of the rooms, behind the building, at night, in the morning, all the time have to match the message.
Mm.
You can't be excuse the term, you can't be a dick 10 hours a day and then go be at a walk and be super love guy and then go back to being a dick. It just doesn't work that way.
That's my daily life.
No,
well, I mean,
when I worked at the sheriff's office, the very first things they taught us in training, I worked at the sheriff's office before recovery, ironically. That's a story for another day. But the sergeant that did our training said integrity is doing the right thing even when nobody's watching. And that stuck with me. I mean, like, it's so one of those simple things, doing the right thing even when nobody's watching. I don't know.
It's ingrained in me. I won't walk in the exit door.
No, well, that's a whole different story. That's called institutionalized.
I have issues.
I love
see
how,
you push and pull instead of pull.
I love how my sponsor says it. He goes, I can go to a meeting, give the best message, and go home and kick the dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Tiffany said that in our vows. She's like, I'm the same person indoors, behind closed doors I am out with everybody
Tiffany
else.
is an angel, though. Like, Tiffany's on a whole other level, bro. Like, she's just the sweetest thing ever. I'm just saying. I love me some Tiffany. Tiffany needs to be on here too.
I feel like she'd shank you though if you did her wrong.
She probably would,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
On the low.
That girl will crawl into your soul.
She'd shank you, but she'd pray for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she wouldn't shank you.
She is an angel.
Not one bit.
She's an angel, Justin.
Yeah.
She has literally anybody. She gives the best big squeeze hugs of anybody anywhere.
Oh, speaking of big hugs, so I don't know if that's safe to say. I'm just gonna say it. I hope maybe I don't know if Danielle's listening or not, but every time Danielle sees our good friend the captain, she's like, she's so intimidating. She looks so scary.
You can't say it. She's a friend, Captain Roach. She is intimidating when
she was Tony this weekend. Though.
Yeah, but she was when Danielle came over and she came and she gave Danielle, she's like, oh, Dan, she remembers her name. Hi, Danielle, big hugs. And she gave her a hug. I was like, yes.
She can be intimidating when you don't know her, though. She got a mean mug. I love her. I love her. She knows that.
Oh no, I love her to death, but I mess with her when she comes to the events. I was like, oh cool, you got the bulletproof vest on and everything for the recovery walk, or whatever she's at that time. And I'm like,
we love you, Captain Roach.
Yeah, she's good peeps.
She's such good.
She really is.
We're blessed that we have a lot of people in this community that have bought in to this deal. I mean, I know that's where we started on this, and that's where I want to finish. Is we're talking about captains giving big hugs. Come on,
county commissioners, property appraisers, fire marshals. Like, those are all people that were out there supporting us yesterday,
and they all want to help.
Yeah.
In one way or another. They just want to know how they can help, and these are the very people that we were all pretty sure were plotting against us.
And listen,
and
they
weren't.
They're
they
all
weren't
human. At the end of the day, we joke around with them and we cut up with them because they're human too. And you know what? 99% of them have a brother, a sister, a friend, an aunt, an uncle that are one of us, or they're one of us. They're human beings just like us. They have their struggles, and that's the reason why they do what they do.
Yeah, no, and we're all human, man. I said that at our presentations, that presentation. It's like we all can understand it. We just have a we have we have language barriers, and we have a lack of understanding what the other person's in, compassion fatigue. You know, I think it's a little mix of everything going on in this community, and stigma is happening. That compassion fatigue, that's how stigma starts. You know, it's like, ain't nobody gonna freaking get this. I don't know what is the point, you know? And then they have the stigma that goes on. They've been hurt by somebody. They've been hurt by somebody in addiction. And that's why they freaking see it a certain way. And they've never seen a success story out of it. All they had is like their brother, sister, uncle, whatever, traumatize them. Just traumatize them. Just like, or a family member or a mother or a father, or they grew up messed up and they didn't go through it. You know, they got up somehow, you know?
You never know what's going on. You don't ever know what somebody else has seen or what they've been through. And that goes right back to how important it is for us to be the same steady example day in and day out, because that's what melts the stigma. I mean, I hate to put it this way. I'm sure there's somebody out there waiting for us to fall.
Yeah.
And you know what? If they're holding their breath, I'd be careful.
Yeah.
That's not in the plan. You know, we put the footwork in on a daily basis.
But the thing of it is, though, is if we do, we have our community to catch us. We're not perfect either. You know what I mean? Like, that's a realistic thing. People fall. We fall. We're human. And we're there for each other when we fall too. Yeah. That is the thing. That is a thing. We're not even us being on the screen, working in the field. None of us are perfect. We're human, just like everybody else.
I fuck up all the time.
So do I.
Hey, I mean,
all the time.
We all mess up.
We'll catch it faster, a little bit.
But I'm talking about.
But we don't pick up.
But even I know we don't, and we haven't, and we're good examples of that. But even if we did, we put one foot in front of the other and come back, and our tribe will be there for us, holding us up. Damn. That is what it's about. We're not expected to be perfect.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, by the way, Danielle said she says you could have added that it was the highlight of my day.
Oh. I'm gonna make Captain Roach watch the end of this just so she knows that.
All right. Hey, thanks, Kelly, for coming on and giving a little flavor in the air, you know?
Brought some energy.
Flavor.
I had a couple of cups of espresso.
Yeah. I'm like, who are you?
I'm well rested.
Who is this Kelly that's on screen with Caesar?
I'm here.
No, it's good.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and then we need to get a couple more flavors on here, man, and then we'll be like the band is back together, yo. You know,
I've been really pushing Danielle to come on. So anybody want to help in that?
Well, she's watching evidently.
Chris,
watching
down here too. Chris will come up, right? She could come up.
Yeah, and look how nicely two people fit in one of the boxes. You know,
you guys. Plenty of room.
It's just perfect.
Plenty of room.
Yeah, I could put another chair right here for Tiffany.
Oh, we could have a whole couples.
Bro, that'd be cool.
That's a good idea.
Right, me.
Couples therapy.
Relationships are a good one, man. We have it like no holds bar, you know? All go. Like,
that's a good idea, actually. I like that.
That scares me a little.
Let's pump the brakes, guys. Let's get him on. No.
Pump the brakes, yo.
Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Well, we love you guys. Thank you all for tuning in tonight with us. And we hope you guys have a great week. And man, if you are, trying to get this going in your community, like, let's talk, find out what you can do. Find out how you can get involved with us if you're in our community. Find out how you can get involved with ASAP, with AHC, with the Hope Shot, with the Always Center, with all of it, because we all are stronger together, as the Recovery Walk is labeled or titled about, is stronger together with all moving parts in our community, big, small, and in between. So if you guys want to get involved, man, come up to the center. We're open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5, and Friday's appointment only because we'd be tired on Friday.
We'd be real tired.
We'd be tired.
Our inboxes are open on Facebook, here, wherever. However you want to get a hold of, reach out.
And we're doing our best to create ways to, because everybody always asks how. We are trying to create that how. The open-minded, honesty, open-minded willingness, but that's the how of that program. But
and if you missed the Recovery Walk and are dying to go to the next big thing, to the next big event, November 2nd from 11 to 3.
We have notes coming up too. We have the candlelight vigil coming up. So if you've lost someone in the community, but yeah, there's several ways, several events, several ways.
October
October 24th. It's a Thursday, and it's at Pasco Hernando State College. I think it's the 24th. Don't quote me.
I heard you guys got a really good MC this year.
Yeah, Caesar's emceeing. Yeah, he is. Sean Montgomery. Nathan speaking. Nathan, why are you forgetting about that? He's speaking this time. I think so.
Now you are.
Okay,
cool.
You knew. Okay, so Thursday, October 24th at 5 p.m. at Pasco Hernando State College is our Nope Candlelight Vigil. And if you have someone that you would like to honor that you want in the digital slideshow, look at ASAP's Facebook, and the email is there. You email Missy.
And Billy, we're located in Tampa, Florida. Well, Newport Richey, Florida, just north of Tampa. I know that you're, I think, in another state, but yeah, we're in Newport Richey, Florida. So, but all right, y'all, we love you guys, man. Have a great night and week. Love y'all, man. Peace.
Bye, y'all.